Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video because this is going to be my mid-year check-in for my makeup inventory. I did do a makeup inventory in January, which I will obviously have linked in the cards for you if you missed it, where I talk about how many products I have in each category, which categories I think are too big or too small. I didn't set specific number goals, which I know a lot of people do that in those types of videos. I am more trying to be conscious of my spending, which if you're a viewer of my channel, I think that comes across pretty well, and also reducing the amount of non-cruelty free products in my collection. I want my collection to be cruelty free, and I want to achieve that through panning. And I've also recently reached out on Facebook to my personal friends and family that was like, hey, I'm trying to get through all of these non-cruelty free products and there's no way I can use up all of them in a timely manner. Please let me know if you need a blush, need a bronzer, whatever, a facial cleanser. Just let me know and see if I have something that would work for you. And I'm selling some of my non-cruelty free makeup for like dirt cheap to friends and family, and so far I've sold quite a few things, which feels really great. So slowly meeting that goal of at least 85% cruelty free by the end of this year was my goal. Okay, now let's jump straight into my makeup inventory by the numbers. I'm not going to be showing you right in my drawers. I recently, well, not too long ago, did a full makeup collection and storage video, which again I can link up in the cards for you if you want to see what my drawers of makeup look like. But I'm just going to tell you the differences in each category through panning, through makeup usage, decluttering, selling to friends and family, that sort of thing. But to start off, my goal for my makeup collection was to have it only increase by the products I received in BoxyCharm, which are 4 to 6 full-sized products each month. So I just kind of like added that into my inventory. So in January, I had a total of 544 products. That is without counting each pan, like one eyeshadow palette equals one product in my makeup inventory for this sake. And so I had a goal where if it's 46 products every month, that by July 2019 I would want no more than 574 products in my makeup inventory, in my makeup collection. And it's not just makeup. I have nail polish, masks, hair care, body care, and fragrances in my makeup inventory as well, because it's all stored in my Alex 9 drawer. I just like to keep my inventory accurate to what's housed in there. And I am so pleased to say I'm honestly shocked that the net amount of products in my collection from January to July stayed the same, even with the BoxyCharm. So through my makeup usage, selling to friends and family, decluttering, I still have 544 products in my makeup inventory, and that feels so good. I have not been on a complete no-buy. I have had a few hauls go up in the first half of this year, and still I've used up so much makeup. My panning has been so successful. I've been working really hard at it this year that despite getting BoxyCharm, despite the occasional haul, my makeup collection has not grown like in its net size. Like some categories are down, some categories are up, etc. But I was honestly shocked, and I'm so proud of myself. That probably sounds so weird because it wasn't really intentional, and I was going to allow myself for, what was that, to have it grow by 30 products. Like that was, I wanted no more than 30 additional products in my collection. That could be an eyeshadow palette, that could be a lip balm, that could be a nail polish. Like each item counts as one, but it stayed the same. I don't think I can keep that up for like next January or the end of the year, but for now I'm so proud of myself. But let's just get into this. Let me pull up my monitor so I can still see and make sure I'm in frame. So how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to say how many of each category I had in January, how many I had in July, and if like maybe a reason why it has changed, or if I think that it's, you know, super inflated, that sort of thing. So the way I have this organized is just the top of my Alex 9 drawer down to the bottom drawers, and right on top of my Alex 9 is my fragrance collection. I had 16 fragrances in January. That includes all sample sizes, full sizes, didn't matter, everything counted as one. And I have 15 now, and I did use up one fragrance that was in my whole collection project pan. That was the Dior Miss Dior perfume, which isn't cruelty free, so obviously I will not be repurchasing that. Eyeliner increased from 17 to 20. I did buy 2 eyeliners, which I haven't hauled yet. Mascara went from 4 to 3. I haven't been buying any mascara. I've been getting them in BoxyCharm, and I still am going through those. Or I have a ColourPop one that I got in an order in the mystery bag in January, but I haven't bought any, and I just open one at a time. So I'm okay with that. Lashes, I still have 8 that has stayed the same. I haven't, you know, wrecked a pair. Haven't gotten any more pairs of eyelashes. That's fine. The number has stayed the same for eye bases, and I have 7. However, I did use up 2 this year so far, and then I got 2 in a BoxyCharm, in the same BoxyCharm, which I was really annoyed about. One was a sample and one was a full size. So I do still have 7, but they're not the same 7, so I'm working through the older ones first, and I feel okay about that. I mean, I don't need 7 eye bases, and I was making an effort to use them up. I used up 2, but then again, BoxyCharm, I ended up getting 2 more. Brow products, I went from 12 to 11 brow products. And that was because I used up the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which I really did enjoy. I like having a variety of brow products. I need to work through my non-cruelty free brow products. That's for sure a goal of mine, because I have some from MAC, the Brow Gal. I think there's another one that's not cruelty free, and I just like having a variety. I like rotating through them, so I'm okay with 11, but I definitely want to focus on getting out the non-cruelty free products in every category. But I think brows, you know, comparatively to other categories, it shouldn't be as hard to get that to be 100% cruelty free. Lip glosses, I went from 23 to 24. I do have quite a few new lip glosses, so I have decluttered a couple. The one that comes to mind the most is that Cargo one that was in Drop 10 by Summer that I absolutely despised. But I got one in the ColourPop mystery bag. We recently got the Dominique Cosmetics one, not counted in the inventory, but I did just get the Alamar Cosmetics lip gloss as well. So I don't mind having 24. I have 25 now. Lip glosses, I actually have been really enjoying lip gloss, but I really should focus on getting out the older ones and the non-cruelty free ones, of course. But I feel like 24 is not ridiculous, especially when you look at the next number, which is liquid lipsticks. I had 51 in January and have 52 now, which means I must have decluttered a few, because I know I have acquired more than one liquid lipstick in 6 months. I get a lot of them in my BoxyCharm, of course. The ColourPop mystery bag, which I keep referring to, had a couple liquid lipstick formulas in there, but I have not gone out to purchase any, so I feel good. Well, I don't feel good about the number 52. I'm never going to get through 52 lipsticks, but I honestly just love having different lip colors a lot of the time. And I don't want to curate it in such a way that I just go through and cull a bunch out and just hope I don't miss them. But I'm not actively going out and purchasing more because I don't need any more, if that makes sense. Like, no, I don't feel good about 52 liquid lipsticks, but it's not so high because I'm like compulsively buying them repeatedly, if that makes sense. They come in gift sets. I have purchased a few to review on my channel in the past, not in the past 6 months, but just like over the history of my channel. And they come in BoxyCharm a lot. BoxyCharm lip glosses and liquid lipsticks come in BoxyCharm a lot, not really bullet lipsticks, which bullet lipsticks I had 36 and now I have 38. Same thing, I must have decluttered a few. Lip treatments, I had 9 and now I have 6, and I feel really good about that. I have been actually going through a lot of my older lip treatments. That is lip masks, lip balms, tinted lip balms, lip scrubs, like all those types of things I just put in a lip treatment category. And I have bought a few things in that category as replacements. My low buy is kind of replacement only, but in a 1 in, 1 out kind of rule. Like, decluttering doesn't count, but if I use up a brow pencil, I'm allowed to buy a brow pencil, even though that doesn't technically mean that I will. But for that to go from 9 to 6, I feel really good about. Lip liners stayed the same at 17. I honestly could have like 5 or less lip liners, like a good nude. I like having them under sheer lip glosses sometimes if I don't want to have too much product on my lips, but like a lip liner and a lip gloss I like. Maybe like a bolder berry and a red, because I do feel more confident and comfortable with a lip liner for bold shades. 3 to 5. I have a lot of panning to do when it comes to lip liners, and I suck at panning lip liners, so that's definitely a category I'm never like going to the store and buying or ordering online or whatever. I'm not like, ooh, a new lip liner formula, let's try that. They come in BoxyCharm sometimes, but I can honestly do without a lot of those. Blush stayed the same at 18. Again, I should mention that I counted face palettes on their own. I did not open up my face palettes, and I include anything that has more than one product as a face palette. Even if that is like a trio of highlights, I count that as one face palette, not 3 highlighters. So I have 18 single blushes, whether that's a single blush pan or like a single like individual blush, like this, you know what I mean? Like, this is one face palette, not 3 highlighters, even though it is 3 highlighters. I don't know if that makes sense. But I still have 18 blushes. I went from 16 to 15 bronzers, so that must be a declutter because I have not used up a bronzer. Highlighters went from 19 to 20. I did sell one of my non-cruelty free highlighters, my favorite one, but it was the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance highlight. A friend of mine wanted to buy it from me. I wanted to be selfish and hold on to it for myself because it was my favorite. I wore it on my wedding day, but it's not cruelty free, so that was a really hard goodbye. But anyways, I have gotten quite a few highlighters in BoxyCharm this year as well, so I'm actually pretty happy that that only increased by 1. Again, 17, what was it? 18, 15, and 20 for blush highlight or blush bronzer highlight, I feel like is a lot, obviously, but that's like a good range to stick in. I don't want like 50 blushes. Okay, face palettes went from 15 to 17. Again, that's all BoxyCharm. Setting sprays. See, this I feel like maybe I'm cheating and my inventory should have increased net by 1, but I have 4 setting sprays. I used up 2 this year. No, I used up 2 and I sold 1 and purchased 1. So I now have 2. I had 4, I now have 2, but I have put my Mario Badescu spray in my LX9, so maybe that should be 3. But it's still kind of a skincare product. I use it for both, so we're just going to go with 2 for now. Setting spray, I definitely want to buy at least 1 or 2 more. I like having like a mattifying one, kind of a glowier one. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter, which is great for when I need my makeup to last like all day long. Like, I like having different setting sprays, you know what I mean? Primers went from 16 to 12. Feel really good about that. I did finish one this year, and I decluttered the others to my mom. They were all like little tiny Ipsy type of samples. Foundation went from 18 to 15. That must have been declutters as well. Wow. I do have a declutter playlist, which maybe I'll link that. The only products I was decluttering were ones that I super hated, because I do want to focus more on panning and using things up, even if they're not my favorite, even if I really don't love them and wouldn't repurchase them. Like, if I can make them work, then I want to pan it as opposed to decluttering it. And when I declutter something, it goes into a box, and then when friends and family come over, they can take out, you know, whatever they want to. So I'm guessing that must be what happened with my foundations, because I can't think of like how that would have gone down any other way, because I have not used any up. Concealer went from 13 to 10. I did declutter one, and I have used up 2 so far this year, which I feel really good about. And one was not cruelty free, which feels really good. I feel like I keep sinking down. My posture is so bad, but I'm trying to look at my computer with my notes. Powder went from 10 to 11. I did buy, no, that was at the end of last year. So how did that go up by 1? Interesting. I honestly don't know what that new powder is. I was going to say, oh, I bought the Hourglass Mineral Veil powder, but I'm pretty sure I bought that in the fall VIB sale. It's the newest powder to me, along with the Pretty Vulgar one, but again, that was in the end of 2018 that we got that in BoxyCharm, right? I'm actually thoroughly confused as to why that's 11. Anyways, okay, here's where the numbers are going to get crazy. So, eyeshadow singles. So this is single magnetic pans that I put into my Z palettes, as well as individual shadows, pigments, liquid eyeshadow, all of these like individual things. I went from 78 to 83. All of the new ones have been liquid eyeshadows that I got in BoxyCharm, as well as Super Shock shadows in the mystery bag. So 83 singles, most of them are like in the Z palette. I have 2 full Z palettes, I believe, and I feel like I could actually do to expand on my single eyeshadow collection. I want to do so strategically, because I'm really bad at wanting to try out ColourPop singles or wanting to try out Coastal Scents singles and just going on and picking some that I really like. Then I get them and try and organize them into my Z palettes by color, not by brand, and I'm like, oh, now I have 6 shimmery peach shades, because that's just like what I'm drawn to on the website. So I want to expand on those, but be more strategic about it. And I feel like that's okay. I don't have an abundance of liquid eyeshadows. I don't have an abundance of pigments, that sort of thing. But yes, 83 is still a lot. Eyeshadow palettes went from 36 to 39. Again, that is just from BoxyCharm, except I did get the Born to Run palette for my birthday, and I've decluttered a few to friends and family through my like selling non-cruelty free products. So 39 eyeshadow palettes I actually don't think is ridiculous. Yeah, that's a big number, but I love eyeshadow, so like that's not the most, you know? But I had in January 497 pans of eyeshadow. That is like, this equals 9, you know, like I counted each pan, including my singles, including my liquid eyeshadows, including all the pans and palettes. In January I had 497, and now I have 548. That's a lot of eyeshadow. I'm like kind of embarrassed to share that number because it's so ridiculous, but at the same time, like, I like it. And I'm not someone that, at least I try not to be someone that wears the exact same eye look every single day. You know what I mean? Like, do you guys get that vibe from watching my channel? Do you think I wear like the same look all the time? Keeping in mind that I'm panning a bunch of eyeshadow, so I'm using the same colors over and over again, but I try to not do the exact same look every single time. I'm trying to justify myself. Do you agree with me? I don't really know. That's definitely my biggest category, and because I saw that my eyeshadows increased by 51 eyeshadows in 6 months, that is why I was most surprised that like the net amount of my collection, the net amount of products stayed the same, which feels really, really good. A few other non-makeup items I just have in here. Like I said, they're in my Alex 9 drawers. I keep pointing over here because it's in my closet. Nail polish went from 58 to 56. I used up a base coat or a top coat, one of the two, and one nail polish this year. That's not that impressive. 56 is way too many. Most of my nail polish is not cruelty free because I really loved Formula X when they existed, and Sally Hansen especially. I love Sally Hansen nail polish so much, but they're not cruelty free, so that is a category where I actually am going to do a declutter closer towards the end of the year to help me reach my goal of at least 85% cruelty free, because I know I have like 10 light pink nail polishes, so why do I need all 10, especially if all 10 are not cruelty free? I don't know if they're all not cruelty free, but you know what I mean. Masks went from 14 to 12. I did use up a few masks. I feel really good about that. That includes my sheet masks. Hair care items. This is not shampoo and conditioner, like things I use every day, but like hairspray, mousse, texturizing spray, hair masks, those types of things. I had 12 and now I have 14. I did purchase that Briogeo Mystical mini set, which is 2, and that's why it increased by 2. And body care went from 17 to 19, which I was surprised by. Body care is scrubs, body butters, body lotions, tanners, those types of products, not like body wash stuff. Like I didn't include things I just go through organically. These are things like I'm actually gonna have to focus and use up those products. And I was surprised to see it went up by 2. I know I got a tanner in a BoxyCharm, but I really can't think of what the other one was, which is interesting to me. So that is how my makeup inventory has changed. Which product categories do you think I should be most stressed out about? I think the category I'm most stressed out about in terms of needing to focus and pan because of expiration mainly is liquid lipsticks and foundations. 15 foundations is a lot, but I included like this as one foundation, which obviously I could get through super quickly, but then like this, which is L'Oreal True Match Lumi, not cruelty free, is pretty much full. Like I'm right under where it says L'Oreal. That's a lot of foundation to use up. So although my number is 15, and I want to try and trick myself in being like, oh, it actually won't be that hard to reduce the numbers. but that would be lying to myself. And liquid lipsticks, 52, they expire in a couple of years. So I'm never going to actually get through those, which is unfortunate. Okay, sorry, my monitor crapped out on me, so I had to move my camera in such a way that I can like kind of see the reflection like over there in a mirror to make sure I'm in frame and recording. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. This was a really long video and a lot of numbers, and I'm sorry. Let me know if you want to see an in-depth, like maybe a ranking video or something on any category that I mentioned today. Leave your comments and questions down in the comment section below, and I'm going to stop talking your ear off, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!